So more simplifying up in here. So let's evaluate these 1, 2, 3, 4 statements, and then we'll figure out how that will help us, if it will at all. For example, what is the opposite of forward 3 steps? Backwards 3 steps. What is the opposite of turn right? Turn left. What is the opposite of forward 3 steps? Then turn right. Backwards 3 steps and then turn left. In math, what symbol do we use that means an opposites? It is negative. We would use the negative symbol. Use the logic above. What do you think each of these followings mean? Well, this one right here is the negative x, which would mean the opposite of x. For example, if we had negative x, but let's say over here that x equals, I don't know, negative 3. Well, then we replace x with negative 3. Now I have the opposite of negative 3, which is positive 3. Alright, this one right here also means the opposite OX. It's just written differently with the x in parentheses. Alright, on this one, that's a negative, so we're really looking at this as though we're the opposite of x and 1, because it's got the plus sign up in here. So, what's the opposite of x? Negative x. What's the opposite of plus 1? Minus of 1. Alright, this one right here is the opposite of 1 minus x. So what is the opposite of a Juan? Negative of Juan. What's the opposite of minus x? Plus x. See how that works right here? So, I've got 4 groups of x plus 1. As hopefully you guys remember, you can use the distribution property. So this would be 4 times an x. Alright, now we're going to distribute the 4 to the 1, so that gives us a 4 times a Juan. We can make that a plus right here. And then what's 4 times x? 4x. What's 4 times a Juan? 4, is that 4 positive or negative? It's positive, so we put a plus between right here. And we have this expression, 4x plus 4. Alright, so this one again is the opposite of x plus 2. So what is the opposite of x? Negative x. What's the opposite of plus 2?
Negative 2.
Minus 2, right here. There it is, simplified. Alright, let's do this the opposite way again, and then we'll show you guys a different way to look at it. These. Well, what's the opposite of 3x?
Negative 3x.
Negative 3x. What's the opposite of plus 2? Minus 2. That is all. Now please do not put negative 5x for this one. That would be very, very, very bad.
Wait, why would they do that?
Some people would put negative 5x by combining the negative 3x with the negative 2. But that's like combining turtles with fish. Okay? You can't have 3 turtles and 2 fish and say you got 5 fish. That's no good. Alright, for these, what I will do is take negative 2 and distribute it into the parenthesis. So that's a negative 2 times an x, and then I got a negative 2 times a 3. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x, and negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And since I got that negative on the 6, we'll just make that a minus, because it's the same thing, and that is all. Alright, this one's extremely difficult. So, here's what I will do to make it easy. I will distribute negative 3 into the parentheses. It's a brand new concept for everyone, okay? Negative 3 times x, I'm going to skip that step, it's negative 3x, as it turns out. And this term right here, I'm going to treat as a negative 2. So, that gives me negative 3 times negative 2, which would be a positive 6. So I still got my negative 3x up in count. But that 6 now is positive. Bam. I nailed it. So one way we could have looked at that as well is to take take the opposite of the x, which would have been negative x, and then the opposite of minus 2 is plus 2 as well. This is like having two groups of 3 minus x. So I'm going to do this one very different. So it's like having a 3 minus x, but then you got another 3 minus x up in here. And since we are multiplication, we're going to add these together. And since we're adding, we can get rid of these parentheses and just combine all of our like terms. Not everyone does it this way, but it's an option. Here's a 3 and there's a positive 3. When I combine them, I get a 6. And up in count is a negative x and another negative x, which combine into negative 2 of these x's. You can write it like this. You can write it as negative 2x plus 6. Won't matter. Try number 7, then we'll show the answer. Bam. Alright, should have gotten these two values. Negative 10 plus 6x. Now again, if you wrote it like a these, that would be okay. But the bottom one would be the more common answer.
Try another one.
Alright, try this one. You should have gotten this answer. Alright, take a moment and try old Niner. Alright, here's your answer. There it is. I found it. Alright, let's do this one together. By the order of operations on this one, what's the first thing I would do? Parenthesis. So I combine my x and a 2, and bam, I get a 3x right account. No! You're combining unlike terms up in here. That is very, very, very bad. Well, so we can't combine those, so the parentheses are finished. What's next? Exponents. Are there any exponents? No, there aren't. So we got to move on to multiplication and division from left to right. Well, I got some multiply right here, 3x, but I can't simplify that any further either. And then I got right account. I got 3 times this x plus 2. So I will need to use multiplication right account. Well, what property do we use to multiply these? Distribution. So I got 3 times x and 3 times 2. That's a 3x plus a 6. The rest remained the same. Alright. Also, I'm going to show the phantom 1 right account for the minus x. Well, now what we're going to do is combine like terms. So, if you had 3 turtles, and then you ate this turtle, and then you had 3 more turtles, how many turtles would you have left? You'd have 5 turtles. No, they're not ninja turtles. I don't think you could kill those turtles. They're mutants. Okay? Alright, let's combine this 5 with this 6 right account. Well, if I combine 5 and 6, what do I get? I get 11. Is that positive or negative 11? Positive, so I'm just going to make that a plus. I got 5x plus 11. I should point that out. If you guys really wanted to, you could write this as 11 plus 5x also. That will not matter. The order does not matter until someday you'll have a teacher where it does matter. Alright, you guys try this one then we'll do it. Here we go. So, on these, we must be very careful because when we distribute up in here into that set of parentheses, we're distributing negative 3. So negative 3 times x would be a negative 3x. And then the negative 3 times 2 is a negative 6. This changes a lot for most of you because you were distributing only the 3, forgetting that it must take the operation immediately to its left, plus or minus. So that is technically a negative 3 radical. The rest we didn't touch yet. Alright, well let's combine our like terms then. So if I got 3 turtles and then I eat a turtle, then I eat 3 more turtles, then I would owe someone 1 turtle radical. Doesn't matter. Then I've got these 5 and then these minus 6 radical. When I combine at these, then I get minus a 1. Now if you had written this as just negative x minus a 1, that's okay. If you had written it as negative 1 minus x, that is all the same. These 3 will work. If you put a 1 in front of the x again, that's not a problem. Alright, number 12 will work the same way as those other ones weighted. So I'm going to distribute my 2 into the parentheses. 2 times x is a 2x. 2 times negative 1 is a negative 2 radical. And then the rest remains. Alright, from here, just looking to combine like terms. Here's a 2x. Here's a 4x. And here's another 2x. So when we combine at these, it appears that we should get 8 of these x's. And then we've got this negative 2 and this negative 6, which would come out as negative 8. Now notice 12 and 13 are very much like 10 and 11, very similar, but with one minor but very large difference. 13 has a negative 2 in front of the parenthesis, so you'll have to be distributing that as a negative 2. Try it out. So on at these, once again, let us distribute this negative 2 into the parenthesis. So negative 2 times x would be a negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 1 would be a positive 2. Well, from radical, let's look to combine our like terms. Here's my negative 2x's, my positive 4x's, and then my positive 2x. Which, if I combine all of these, and you could use a calculator to figure out how many x's you have, you should have 4 of these x. Now, I got this positive 2 and this negative 6 radical, which when I combine gives me a 4, which is positive. Done. That is it. Alright, that's good. By positive, I meant that it's negative. That's better. I am absolutely positive, yes. Alright, good luck.
No, I'm good.
I have to explain why you do it, though.
Wait, I do?
Yeah, otherwise it doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So you do 5 plus 2 is 7. And then times, just times x equals 7x. And then minus 3, that's a thing. And then, is that the answer? I think.
That's a good question. Alright. So there is something we need to address radical, right? What's that?
What did I do? Did I do parentheses?
We should do the parentheses first, right? In other words, we should multiply the 2 into this set of parentheses radical, and then look to combine like terms. Because right now the 5 and the 2 are like, but not really because the 2 is being multiplied by this garbage. So we do have to be careful about that, okay?
Yeah. Okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to do parentheses, and you can make this like the ghost one, or what you can do is you can do 5 plus 2x, 3, that's an x, okay. So what we're going to do is cancel out all of this for right now. So you only have 2 x dot 3. Okay, so now you're going to do parentheses. So you can make the x like a phantom one. And if you multiply that and that, then you can get 2x minus 6. 6. And then now you're gonna have the 5 back, so 5 plus 5. Yeah, there's no this. Anyways, you got that. And then you're just gonna combine the like terms, so you got 5 and 6. And then negative 1. What was my answer? Okay, and then plus 2x. This is 2x. I don't know, Sal.
All right, that was actually very nice.
It's so
Just
messy,
be aware that if I saw this on a test, I actually don't know where the answer is. I can't follow the work. It'd be hard to give you any points on this thing.
I think I got 7.
So make sure you kind of like box that in so I can tell. So this is the answer, -1 plus 2x, or 2x minus a 1. Either one of these would work.
All of that combined, I got it right.
Good luck.
Okay. Let's see. So there you go, like dash. Draw a little arrow right there. And so that'd be, gotta take into account that. So -6x. And then, wait, so that would be, oh, nope, okay. Plus 2 minus 7x. So, now I have to do math in my head. 13x plus 2. I think that's
All right,
my
thank you.
Yay, cartwheel.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. Let's address a few things on a these. Well, as it turns out, right here he's shown that -2 times this 1, right? What's -2 times a 1? That'd be a -2. So we just need to change this right here to minus. One second, find the right thing here. That's better. So that should be minus right here. And let's say that right here you had 7 turtles, but then you ate 6 of them. How many turtles would you have left? You'd have 1. You'd have 1 turtle left. So this right here would just be a 1x. And then of course we need to change this +2 to a -2, right? So the actual answer should have been either x minus 2, 1x minus 2. Maybe some of you guys like the 2 in front, so -2 plus x. I don't know. Any of these would work. -2 plus 1x. That's okay as well. Alright, so I am a little worried because some of you guys seem to still be struggling a little bit with this one, so let's do this one together. But if you are struggling, make sure you pay extremely close attention so that you can get the help that you need. This skill of simplifying these types of expressions is extremely crucial. If you struggle with this and score badly on the test, just know that it's very likely that you will struggle with the next 6 units. It is that important. That's a great question, Faith. So, if you are doing really good with this, you have a very good likeliness of chances to understand at least the next unit. And then the next 5 as well. Okay. So keep that in mind. Yes, if you guys don't understand this, you guys got to get to math lab and get some help. Okay. Well, we can't simplify the inside of the parenthesis, and there's no exponent. So we've got this -2, which we can distribute into the parentheses. That's a -2 that is being distributed. So let's show the work here. Let's do -2 times the 3x. And then we got a -2 times the 5 right here. Well, negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. And then negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 radicals. So this is the new expression, which all we must do now is to combine like terms. 6x, yeah, if you had 6 turtles, then you got 2 more turtles, but 8 6 turtles. Then we're looking at turtles radicals. So how many turtles would you have left? 2 of them. Well, let's say that you ate 3 apples, then you ate another 10 apples. These are eating apples, so you're getting rid of them. How many did you eat? 13, bam. 2x minus 13.
There's some I get and some I don't.
Radical. Negative 9x plus 3 times the quantity 2x minus 5, and then plus a 10. So at these, let's take this positive 3 radical, and then we'll distribute it into the parentheses. Well, 3 times 2x would give us 6 of the x's. And then 3 times 5 would be 15. We'll make that a negative 5. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. So we still have this negative 9x, and that's a positive 6x radical. And then plus the 10. This is great because they already have all the like terms next to each other. So if you killed 9 cats and then you... No, it's okay. No, I mean, not on purpose. But then, no. But then you bring 6 of them back to life. How many cats did you... No, but they saved 3 of them. 6. I'm sorry. You still have 3 dead cats right there. Okay. Well, let's say that you lose 15 pennies, but you find 10 pennies. Then you would have still lost 5 pennies. I don't know. It just came to my mind. We're not killing any cats. This is all theoretical. Do not kill cats on purpose. All right, number 18, radical. What number are we distributing into the parenthesis? Now, there is a number that we will be distribution on. It would be, as it turns out, a phantom Juan. Well, then I'm going to distribute inside radical. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times negative 3x is negative 3x radical. So now that I've gone this far, all I need to do is find the like terms to combine it. So radical, I've got a 5. And then radical, I got a 4. If I have 5 and then 4, then I would have a total of 9. Well, if I had a negative 3x and then a negative 7x, this would combine into a negative 10 of these x's. Yeah, if you wanted to write this as negative 10x plus a 9er, that would be finer. Good luck.
Okay. So, okay. So what you're gonna do, so you have negative, what was the 1 again? Or the negative sign? Wait, was it 1? I forgot. There's a negative sign out of parenthesis. It's a
Negative 1.
Yeah, so it's negative 1. So let's just do, this is negative 1. Negative 1. And 4x minus 3. I really don't like writing that. I don't even have to. Anyways, so we're going to do negative 1 times 4, and then negative 1 times negative 3. So this would be 3, ... and then we would have this as negative 4, x minus 4. So now that we're done with these, you go down to, and you write it out again, 5. Those are huge. That's really long. 5x plus 2. And if you do this, add a negative and a negative, you get 9, or, yeah. And then, so what I do is I kind of like cross them off as we go. That way, it's a lot easier. Wait, no, so the 3 is positive. So you do positive 3 plus that. So you've got plus 5. Yeah. 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 So this is your answer.
All right.
Wait.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, as it turns out, there's one thing we'd want to address on these. Well, yeah, we got to look at that, right?
Crap.
If I ate 4 parrots and then I ate 5 more parrots,
Sounds like you're saying parrots.
how many parrots? Not parents. Weirdos. Oh, man. How many parrots did I eat? I ate 9 of them. I'm fat. What do I look like? Yes, I'm hungry. Sorry. Oh, surprise. The fat guy's hungry. Yeah, that's good. All right, negative 9x plus 5. There we go. Good luck.
So first thing you want to do is make sure you know what you're doing. So you want to split these up individually so that you can see like that this one is negative 8x and this one's just 9. And so what you're going to do is this is a phantom 1 right here if you want to. So it could be negative x minus 2. And then you are going to rewrite the problem. So 9 minus 8x minus x minus 2. And so since these two right here are like the same, you're going to do a negative 8x minus 2, which is negative 9x. And then this one is 9 minus. So 9 minus 2 is 7. So it's going to be negative 9x minus 7.
Oh, I did the wrong one.
Probably plus, yeah, plus 7.
Excellent work. That is correct.
Oh, I just got it wrong on paper.
All right, good
Can
luck.
you check if I got that right first? Did I?
Close.
I don't want to do it then.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Good luck.
Okay. So, first I'm going to split them up like that. And so then the order of operations, multiplication and division from left to right. So then it's negative 7 plus x. And then I'll just keep going with the problem. And then 15 minus 7 is 8. Then minus 1x.
How do you get minus 1x?
Because negative 2x plus x.
Yeah.
Yes, Sam.
Yes, you are done. That is correct. Now, if you had written it as a negative x plus 8, again, that's okay. Or 8 minus x, still good. That's good. All right, there's the answers to all of them on that page. I can.